Greetings, Guardians. Welcome back to Olympus Alliance. We have officially reached the third week of the Elarite season, and that means we have arrived at Ascendant Glory week. This week, Guardians, we have exactly 3 events waiting for us. Rising Legends, Trial of Legends, and Spark of Glory. Today we're going to begin with Rising Legends, break down every task, see what you need to do each day, and most importantly, where some Guardians may need to be careful with their resources. Then, over the next few days, we'll continue with Trial of Legends and of course, Spark of Glory, including its shop. So let's get straight into Rising Legends. This is a 7-day event composed of 7 tasks, and overall, nothing here is particularly complicated. Most of the event is simply about understanding what needs to be completed every day and making sure you don't forget those daily requirements. We begin with the classic day after day. Simply log into the game every day during the 7 days of the event. Nothing complicated here. By completing your daily logins, you'll collect Ascension Coins, small skin chests, candle soul stones, and mixed artifact boxes. Easy rewards just for showing up every day, so absolutely no reason to miss these. Then we have Generous Soul. And Guardians, you already know exactly what we always say when real money is involved. This decision belongs entirely to you. Every account is different, every player has a different budget, and we are never going to tell you how much real money you should or shouldn't spend. Look at your account, look at the rewards, and decide whether they make sense for you. Now we reach the third task, Power Core. And this one is already a little more interesting. Power Core requires you to spend 30 Chaos Cores per day. This may actually be difficult for some Guardians. And I'm not only talking about newer players. Even veteran players can struggle here because Chaos Cores aren't exactly a resource we have unlimited access to. 30 Chaos Cores in one day might not sound crazy. But remember, this is a daily task. And we're dealing with a 7-day event. So before you start spending, look at how many Chaos Cores you actually have and don't destroy your reserves just because there's an event task sitting in front of you. The rewards include Ascension Coins, Soul Stones, Season Pass Points, Adventure Coins, small and large skin chests, Electro Soul Stones, Red Gear Fragments, and more. Good rewards, but manage those Chaos Cores carefully. Next comes Hidden Reserves. Here we need to spend 3000 fairy dust per day. And compared with Chaos Cores, this one should be considerably more comfortable for many Guardians. 3000 fairy dust isn't an enormous requirement. Again, remember that it resets daily, so make sure you're completing it during each day of the event rather than forgetting about it. The rewards include Ascension Coins, and Electro Soul Stones, Adventure Energy, Adventure Coins, Rune Spheres, small and large skin chests, Season Pass Points, and Red Gear Fragments. Then we reach Taming Hydra. Here, the requirement goes up to 6 Hydra battles per day. Normally, you have 3. So if you want to complete all 6 stages every day, you'll need to find another 3 attempts. And that's where you need to decide whether completing the entire task makes sense for your account. The rewards include Ascension Coins, Artifact Keys, small skin chests, Season Pass Points, large and small skin stones, artifact boxes, and additional progression rewards. Now let's move into Trial of Strength. And this one is a little more demanding. We're looking at 15 battles every day. 15. That can become expensive because continuing beyond the free attempts requires gems. For Guardians with a healthy gem reserve, you can decide whether pushing through the entire task is worthwhile. But if your resources are limited, don't panic. Even completing the 5 free battles already gives you rewards, season pass points, adventure coins, and ascension coins. So you can still take free value from the task without necessarily forcing yourself to complete all 15 battles every single day. If you continue further, you'll receive more of those rewards alongside artifact boxes. And finally, we have the classic payback time. But Guardians, there is an important difference this time. Previously, we were looking at 10 battles per day. Now that requirement has increased to 15. You need to complete 15 battles as raid leader, attacking a boss in the realm. So once again, make sure you notice that increase. Don't automatically assume you've completed the daily task after 10 battles because that's what you remember from previous events. This time? It's 15? Completing payback time rewards you with Ascension Coins and Realm resources. And that completes our first look at Rising Legends. Overall, Guardians, this isn't a particularly complicated event. The biggest thing to remember is that many of these requirements are daily. Logging in is easy. 3000 fairy dust should be manageable for many accounts. But 30 chaos cores every day deserves more attention. 6 Hydra battles requires additional attempts. And both Trial of Strength and Payback Time now ask you to complete 15 battles. So don't simply rush through everything. Look at your resources. Take the free rewards available to you. And then decide how far it makes sense to push based on your own account. And remember, this is only the beginning of Ascendant Glory Week. Over the next few days, we'll continue with Trial of Legends, the second part of this event coverage, and then we'll reach Spark of Glory. And yes, Spark of Glory includes the shop. I would love to tell you that we're walking into an enormous shopping paradise filled with incredible options. But let's just say the selection isn't exactly gigantic. We'll get there. We'll break everything down, look at what's actually worth considering, and see how this entire Ascendant Glory week comes together. For now, Guardians, Rising Legends is open. Check those daily tasks. Protect the resources that are difficult to replace. And collect as much free value as your account comfortably allows. We'll see you in the next part. And as always, salute and friendship.